There's an extremely obvious and very glaring question when it comes to v'ahavta l'reacha kamecha, and that is, how is it humanly possible to love someone the exact same way you love yourself? Human beings, much like the rest of nature, are extraordinarily selfish. Virtually every thought that we have from the moment we come out of our mother's womb is about us. Our mood, our health, our hunger, our education, our bank account, our persona, our legacy, our image, our future. We love our children not so much because we are selfless, but more because we view our children as part of ourselves, and we love ourselves. If you were to take an x-ray of someone's brain, you would find that close to 96% of one's brain usage is used on oneself. This mitzvah to love our fellow Jews the way we love ourselves seems Herculean at best and virtually impossible at worst. How in the world is selfish man able to properly fulfill the mitzvah of v'ahavta l'reacha kamecha? Perhaps the following perspective can shed some light. Being that the first step in loving others is loving oneself, and that loving oneself begins with seeing oneself primarily as a soul and not as a body, likewise, loving others begins with seeing others as a soul and not as a body. The more you see the soul in you, the more you see the soul in others. And the same way that loving ourselves means to recognize that we are Atzelem Elikim, we are sparks of divinity, we are Achilek Elekai, a piece of Hashem, so too loving others means to recognize that they are also Atzelem Elikim, Achilek Elekai, a piece of Hashem. Ahavas Yisrael means that we realize that the same way I am here to spread ruchnius and godliness and spirituality in the world, so are you, and so is every other yid in the world. And the same way the entire spiritual world needs my soul, so too the entire spiritual world needs your soul. And the two of them are in actuality two limbs on the same spiritual body, and therefore I love your soul the same way I love my soul, much like the way I love my left hand the same way I love my right hand. We aren't being asked to love every Jew on planet Earth out of sheer, colossal selflessness. We are being asked to see our spiritual selves in others and love them the way we love our spiritual self. If our knee-jerk reaction when seeing another Jew is to feel threatened by them, they make us feel too frum or not frum enough, too with it or not with it enough, too intellectual or not intellectual enough, too out of town, too in town, too immature, too underdressed, if our knee-jerk reaction is to see only the externals of others, their body and not their neshama, it is more often than not a reflection of our own external relationship with ourselves, a reflection of the distance between ourselves and our soul. When encountering another Jew, we shouldn't turn the other way out of selfishness and egocentricity. We should look at them and see a dazzling soul that our neshama wants nothing more than to join forces with and fill the world with ruchnius and spiritual light. The more we focus on our physical selves, the more we see others as threats to our pursuit of physical material bliss. The more we focus on our spiritual side, the more we see others as part of our own spiritual selves, and the more we view others as part of our spiritual selves, the more we love them the same way we love ourselves. It's no coincidence that the gematria of the word ahava is the same as the word echad. For the more we realize that we are all spiritually one, the more we see our souls as being interconnected, and that interconnectivity leads to love. I love your soul, not despite the fact that it's not me, but precisely because it is a part of me. Or, as the Medrash sums up, v'ahavta l'reacha kamecha means kamecha mamish.